We all have a lot of memories and a lot of things that we appreciate about CB. We have a few people that are going to come and share some of those things with us. His brother-in-law, Jeff, his brother-in-law, Steve, and his daughter, Lauren. So Jeff, and then Steve, and then Lauren are going to come.
I brought a few props. Teresa. You're welcome. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff Crawford. Pardon me. Chris was my brother-in-law. He was really like a brother to me. As Chris was a well-respected educator, I thought it would be appropriate if my comments centered around life lessons, things that I learned from Chris Brown. I learned from Chris that under the most dire circumstances imaginable, you can still carry yourself with grace and dignity. Through his 9-month battle with cancer, he never complained. He never lost his humor, and he worried more about us than he worried about himself. He was a very courageous man. I learned from Chris that if you're kind and compassionate, and you genuinely care about the people around you, you'll have more friends than you can possibly imagine. From his high school buddies, to his teaching colleagues, to his many caregivers, whom he called his angels, he set the finest example of how people should treat other people. I learned from Chris that while friends are very important, it's family that means the most. His parents, Delbert and Dorothy, laid a strong foundation of family first, and Chris carried the torch with pride. He adored his daughter Lauren, his stepdaughters Allie and Ashley, his grandkids Eric, Faith, and Anna, and of course, his wife Teresa. He even loved his younger sisters. Beth, Susan, and my wife, Carrie. As a 10-year-old child with 2 younger sisters and another sibling on the way, Chris commented that if his mom had another girl, he's going to lock himself in his room. And I'm sure glad his wish didn't come true. I'm told that as a teenager, Chris and his sister, Susan, didn't get along as well as his parents might have hoped. I once asked him why, and in typical Chris humor, he replied, "Because Susan thought she was the star of the show, and I knew that I was." His nieces and nephews adored him and will remember him as a big guy with a big heart who gave them big gifts, like giant pillows, giant TV remote controls, and he even gave my youngest son, Aaron, a pair of shoes for about his 6th birthday. Carrie and I are the proud parents of 3 grown sons. Growing up, they were each involved in athletics, and we spent countless hours traveling to support their activities. While their mother and I were their biggest supporters, it was not unusual to have their Uncle Chris right by our side, photographing and cheering on his nephews. He was proud of them too. Like most parents, I'm sure that I thought they were a little better than they really were. But Chris was definitely guilty of feeding my pride with high praise of his own. In fact, he talked as if Andrew was going to play on the PGA Tour, Adam was going to be a running back for the Browns, which isn't that far-fetched, and Aaron was going to be the next Wayne Gretzky. Not a gross exaggeration on his part. In his eyes, his nephews were world-class. Lastly, I learned from Chris Brown, sometimes when you play golf, 5 equals 1. Math was not his strong suit. In 1998, after a new golf course opened in Bowling Green, we broke from a family get-together to sneak in a few holes. We got to number 5, the first par 3 on the course, and was playing at 150 yards over water. Chris grabs a 9-iron and steps to the tee. While he was a big guy, he was not a big hitter. And I knew it was going to take divine intervention for him to clear the pond. First swing, plunk, in the water. Tees up another, plunk, in the water. He stomps back to his cart, slams his 9-iron in his bag, and grabs a 5-wood. 9-iron to 5-wood. Golfers out there know that's funny. He stomps back to the tee, and now I'm laughing out loud at him. He tees up his 3rd ball, looks at me, grumbles, and said, "This one's going in the hole." 3rd swing, ball lands on the front of the green, bounces a couple of times, and plunk, in the hole. He just made a shot from 150 yards over water with a 5-wood for double bogey. 5 equals 1, because by the time we returned to the family gathering, he'd conveniently forgot about the 2 9-irons in the pond. It had turned into an ace. Chris's passing will surely leave a void in our hearts. We'll especially miss his larger-than-life personality at family gatherings. To use an analogy that I know Chris would appreciate, it's kind of like LeBron moving to Miami. Our team lost its MVP.
I've got a poem that Teresa selected and asked if I would read today, and the title of it is "I'm Free." Don't grieve for me, for now I'm free. I'm following the path God has chosen for me. I took his hand, and when I heard him call, I turned my back and left it all. I could not stay another day, to laugh, to love, to work or play. Tasks left undone must stay that way. I found the peace at the close of day. If my parting has left a void, then fill it with remembered joys. A friendship shared, a laugh, a kiss. Oh yes, these things I too will miss. Be not burdened with times of sorrow. I wish you the sunshine of tomorrow. My life's been full, I savored much, good friends, good times, a loved one's touch. Perhaps my time seems all too brief. Don't lengthen it now with undue grief. Lift up your hearts and peace to thee. God wanted me now, he set me free.
Eric's going to finish if I can't, so told me he has to stand next to me. Okay. Good morning, everyone. One of the things my dad worried about, one of the very few things, was his grandchildren. Would they remember him? And I hope I can speak for Allie when I say absolutely. I've taken the first step today in writing a letter to them, and that's what I'd like to share with all of you. And if you could all say a quick prayer that I get through without crying, that'd be awesome. Okay. Dear Faith, Anna, and Eric, and any other little ones God sends us, I'm writing to you today to tell you about your amazing Papa. I want you to know him